Hi, this is Saucy J here. I'm back for another recap of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 19, the finale. I do apologize for being late with this one. Last week, I just took some time to myself. I had some days off and I just was kind of a bum. And starting up your own YouTube channel is more than a notion. I'm looking at my hair, not really feeling it. So I didn't do the recap when I should have, and it's hard playing catch up because the finale episode was pretty long. It was like over 50 minutes, maybe it was like 58 minutes. And the first part was a lot of recap. So just bear with me, hang in there with me, and help a sister out, help Saucy J out with her new YouTube channel. If you're watching, do 3 things for me. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button to get my algorithm up, if I could say it, and hit the notification button so you will receive notices of when I do put up content. And like I said, from here on out, I plan on being more consistent with my uploading, so just bear with me. Okay, well, let's get into the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5. Yeah, Season 5, Episode 19, the finale. Okay, and I'm glad, because this season was just, oh my God, it was long. And without the fight, I think it would have been pretty boring. So the episode starts with Giselle still torturing her girls with the prospect of their father, being more involved in their lives, of her getting back together with their father. And they're decorating the Christmas tree. It looks pretty nice, considering her taste. The tree actually looks nice. Now, does it go with the decor in her house? No, Giselle just has horrible taste, and she's so pretty. It's just unreal. I didn't know somebody could dress that bad. And then the hair, she needs a better hairstylist. I hope her hair is not a reflection of Cal's work. That's the name of her hairstylist / best friend / date in a clinch, when she needs one. Because she obviously has a problem dating, and that she has to go back to her ex-husband, who she divorced. The oldest girl is 15 or 16, and she divorced him when they were toddlers. So that's a long time. I think they've been divorced for 12 years. Unbelievable. And since then, he has accumulated baby mothers and babies, outside of the fact that I think he had at least 2 babies out of wedlock prior to marrying her. So anyway, her girls are less than enthused to see their parents get back together, and that's understandable. Then I'm skipping over all the other recaps. You see Wendy out with her husband, at a restaurant, doing what couples do, have a good time, eating good food and drinking good drinks. That's good. Ashley, I'm not really interested in her marriage of convenience. Karen is flying off to go sell her product on HSN, which I think is fantastic. I do plan on buying that just to see how it smells. I noticed in one of the episodes, a lot of people were remarking on how good she smells. So I might order it and then let you guys know if it does smell good or not. Then we see Monique. She's going to the psychologist that Ashley recommended that she go to. I think Ashley goes to her too. And I think that's good. Everybody could do with some counseling every now and then. And Monique has really stepped up her fashion game. It's okay, I'm not going down without a fight after her fight. She has really stepped up her fashion game. I love the outfit that she had on. She looked really cute. Hairstyle was cute. The bun might have been a little bit too much, but I love a good Afro puff. and I thought she looked cute. But that being said, her attitude is still nasty and ugly. So she talks about what happened with the psychologist. I think she was a psychologist. I'm not really sure. I'll just say counselor. And she goes over the fact. She brings up the fact about what happened in her childhood, about how she grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, and the white kids, you know, she experienced racism and they wouldn't play with her, or she experienced prejudiceness and bigotry. And then her family moved to an all-black area, and the kids teased her for speaking proper or for talking too proper and so forth. And so it's like in either place she did not fit in. And I kind of identify with that because I grew up in predominantly white areas, went to predominantly white schools, and whenever I hung out with black people, you know, they always wanted to say, because you talk English a certain kind of way, you're trying to be white. Really, no. Growing up, a lot of my friends were white, my teachers were white. So guess what? You pick up how, you know, like what's in your environment. I did learn, like when I get nervous, I talk quote unquote proper. I hate to say that, but I talk like I'm from the north side of Chicago, which I am originally. And even when we moved out west, the area we moved to was still predominantly white. My schools were always predominantly white. So guess what? You will pick up the lingo. However, I did try to tone it down so I could fit in with black people better, you know, so I know what Monique went through. Although I didn't go through too much racism. I think when I was little, I had one experience at 4 years old. But after that, we all played. You know, I had a great childhood. I had white friends, Hispanic friends, black friends. We all got along at that point because the kids that were, you know, had learned racism or whatever from some adults, that family had moved away. So everybody else was cool. I had a great childhood. And yeah, when I went to school where there was more black kids, you go through that. Like, oh, you don't talk, you know, a certain kind of way. So I know what Monique went through, and always wanting to be accepted and not being accepted. And it probably didn't help. She was cute. So you go through that too. People, you know, just sometimes you're just not the popular kid. So, and you still carry those scars. So so the doctor pinpoints that she's never been accepted and she's looking for acceptance. And the way to go about doing that is beating up your coworker and not being remorseful for it. But anyway, that's my little input. But the counselor asked her to, after they come to the conclusion of what her issues, the base issues are, she asked her to write a letter to Candace, which we know Monique is not going to do, and asked her if she felt remorseful for her actions, and she said no. She does not feel remorseful she's remorseful for her actions, but she feels like she was defending herself against Candace, who never hit her, who never touched her. So, you know, that issue will never be resolved. So we leave from there. I'm skipping over a lot of stuff because this episode is already played. We see Karen going to HSN to sell her product, which is fantastic. And I skipped through Ashley and Michael because their marriage is just a marriage of convenience. I'm not interested in it. Ashley knows the kind of man she married. He likes the boys. He probably likes her because, you know, she, you know, probably said she accepted him as he is. So they have a marriage of convenience, and so I'm not really interested. And I'm so tired of seeing her pump milk. Yes, you're pregnant, you're breastfeeding your child, great, fantastic for you. But like, come on, really, it's just overkill at this point. And so I just skipped through all that. And we see Juan and Robin also go to counseling. And I think it was a good session for them. Juan was very open and honest about what he did in the relationship, and Robin was open as well. I feel sorry for all the women that Juan tricked, because Juan is a very good-looking man. I think I have lipstick. Okay, yeah. So I know he left some broken hearts out there, because you know he's very attractive. Seems like a nice man, and he gave a lot of women false hope. So I feel sorry for them. Prayers. Hopefully they were able to move on and meet someone else. I think Robin and Juan make a cute couple, and I think they really love each other, and you know they have great kids, so hopefully they can make it work for themselves as well as the children. People always say, oh, people should stay together for children. I'm like, no, don't do that. I think for children need to be raised in healthy environments, and when the parents are not getting along and there's a lot of tension in the house, it's not good for the children. So it's just better that either you separate and move on, or you try to work it out. And I think in their case, it's still some love there if they put the work in. We see that Giselle is getting ready for Robin's party, which we all know that Juan is going to propose to her at this party. Giselle is excited and feels like she's being proposed to. And she's really invested in this proposal, which is sad, because it's like she hasn't had a storyline regarding a man or what's really going on in her life. So she's always into everybody else's life. I take that back. She did have a storyline with Sherman a little bit, but that got destroyed by Monique. So Giselle goes to the party with Cal, and let's see. And this is where things get better in the episode, the actual engagement party. Everybody shows up to the engagement party of Juan and Robin. Well, surprise engagement party for Robin. And it's good to see. Everybody looks good. There's a lot of good looking people. And I think in DC, and Robin's brother is cute. And Robin's parents show up. They seem like really nice people. Juan's father show up, which is great. And we know that Juan's father wants them to get back together. So everybody's positive on them getting back together and making it official. And Robin had asked for Robin had asked for Candace to sing at the party, which is great. And let's see, Ashley shows up with Michael, and Michael, does what he does best, which is be a nuisance. Ashley's dress, I don't know what was going on with that. It was interesting. And my God, she has the largest forehead in the world. Oh my God, I would never wear a high ponytail like that, but it looked good. But oh my God, she's got a big forehead. And then Eddie and Wendy show up. Oh, I think I skipped a lot with Wendy. I feel like, oh my God, I'm not really interested in Wendy. I'm not. And I forgot in my other one that I did, I forgot to mention Wendy's dress at the reunion. I'll pick up with that on the reunion recap. But Wendy and her husband show up in all white, and she has some type of fuzzy Chanel hat that was reminiscent of a pimp's hat to Robin. That was funny. And Eddie and Wendy make a cute couple. And I do, even though I'm not really interested in her, and it was just like, oh my God, if she says she has 4 degrees, who gives a care? Again, I'm going to jump through this TV screen and strangle her. I think she's a great addition to the show because you do need to show Black women that are professional like Wendy. I love it. That part I do. But she can be a bit much at times, but you need that. And then who else? So and then Chris and Candace show up. And of course, Candace is gonna sing her song "I See You," the remix, which is good. It sounds to me a lot better than the first one, but I felt it was too slow and heavy. And even with this one, I wanted her to sing faster with the beat. It does sound very 90s, but it's good. Candace can sing. Candace can really sing, unlike when we were being tortured with Ashley always trying to sing. Okay, this video is getting kind of long. I had wanted to make it short. So, and then, let's see. Oh, and Giselle. Oh, my God. What the hell does she have on? This lady, she just cannot dress. If she would just invest in a stylist, and then, I don't know. I don't even trust her to pick a stylist because she has horrible taste. So she'll probably pick a stylist with horrible taste. And a better hairdresser, because her hair is just like what. So Michael is being a pest and getting involved in the women's business, and we know we don't like that. At least the viewers say they don't. I like it because I mean some men are do like to get involved in women's business, and it doesn't bother me. It provides more entertainment in the show, and I think it's funny, and even in real life, because I've had friends where their boyfriends or whatever get a little bit too involved until it's talking about your business. Then it's like, what the hell have you been telling him? So anyway, and you can clearly see that Michael is in love with Juan. He shows Michael shows Juan more affection than he does Ashley. Excuse me. I think I had something on too. And which is so sad and funny at the same time. But I don't care because it couldn't happen to a nicer person than Ashley, because Ashley is she's so evil and vile. I do not like Ashley, but and I think after this season they can get rid of her because I don't want to see her breastfeeding a second baby. Like, girl, please put him away. And they're just, to me, like a trashy couple, but whatever. And she's so jealous of that. I don't know if she's jealous. She's probably not jealous, but she's just a hater of Candace. She has never liked Candace, and she hates that Candace can sing. So moving right along, while at the party, Karen sends a text that she might not be able to make it because of plane issues, but she does come, and then at that time they're able to hash over when did she invite Candace or not. And some YouTubers have said that Candace lied and said that her saying that Karen asked her to come early was a lie, when we see that Candace didn't lie. So Michael just turns into, Michael was trying to put out there that Juan wasn't going to ask for Robin's hand in marriage. And we see after Candace sings the song, and yes, I don't know if it was a real problem with them setting up the song in the DJ booth, or if Bravo did that on purpose to kind of throw Candace off. The track wouldn't play at first, so Candace, because she can sing, sang a cappella. So, and it sounded great, and then the music caught up, and she was able to sing into it, and it was cute. It turned out to be good, and everybody, you could tell the crowd was really into it. They really enjoyed it because Candace can sing. And Charisse even shows up there, and Charisse looks good. I think they should bring Charisse back because she could get Monique in check. Because right now, I think with the way Monique is she's gonna run roughshod over everybody. And I'm here for the reads that Karen does in the confessionals, but she's proven to be two-faced. I was pulling for Karen but she really showed her true colors when in Spain, you know, no, it's not in Spain, Portugal, she said she hadn't invited, what's her name, Monique, to her wig party, and it turns out she did. And, but so after the singing, after the engagement, Karen comes in, all the girls sit down, and they hash it out. And Karen admits that she did tell Candace to come between 5:15 and 5:30. And Monique was supposed to show up at 5. So there could have been a potential of them running into each other. And she lies and said, well, I knew you weren't going to come at that time, and I knew you wouldn't come earlier than 5:15, and, you know, you had nothing to worry about, which is not good, because Monique is not remorseful at all. Monique is, I mean, a week later after attacking Candace, she still wanted to hit her. She even threatened to kill her. So I can see why Candace would be concerned. I mean, somebody threatened to kill you, I wouldn't want to be around them either. So we see that Karen is two-faced and is still, you know, trying to sweep everything under the rug as far as the fight between Monique and Candace. Candace gets upset because she's like, why are you trying to act like what you saw didn't happen? And Karen is on this, well, that's not the way it really went down, but you saw it. So at that point, yeah, I probably would have been screaming and hollering too, even though we saw earlier, Candace said she didn't want to scream and holler. And maybe she had a little bit too much to drink at that point, and she just got really emotional and started screaming and hollering at Karen, and because she's incredulous as to how Karen could still deny what happened, even though she saw it. And that would frustrate the hell out of me too, because it's like, you're supposed to be my friend. You saw what happened. I understand that you're friends with Monique, but come on, you saw what happened. So anyway, Karen is standing on what she's standing on, which is nothing. Mike, being the itch that he is, goes over to Chris and tells Chris that he needs to get his wife under control. Chris understandably backs Michael off. And he's a man. Chris is a man's man. He put his finger in Mike's chest and backed him up off him and defended his wife, as he was supposed to do. You can see that Michael and Ashley are on something in terms of trying to get Chris and Candace in trouble. Michael starts playing a Karen. I forget what they call the male version of a Karen. And starts saying, oh, you touched me. Oh, you pushed me. Oh, you know, I'm going to call the police on you because of what you know, Monique did to, because of what Candace did to Monique after she was assaulted by Monique. So it's clear they're trying to pull them into something. It's clear that Mike and Ashley is trying to pull Chris and Candace into something. And you know, Candace goes over to Chris to find out what happened, and then she did something that I don't like. She caught herself. She was gonna put her hand up to his mouth, and it's like, you know, it's like, come on, Candace, and that's not right. And then Ashley, you know, attacks Candace once again, trying to pull Candace into a fight. And Candace goes off emotionally. And this is when I said, you know, because somebody wrote back to me, why do you think Candace is not bright? It's like, girl, by this point, you should see the setup. You know, Ashley has already wrote a letter to the court about a non-event of that butter knife incident that happened 2 years ago, or maybe even more at this point, depending on filming. And you know, she really has it out for Candace. So it's like, you really need to play it cool around her at all times. Candace has to play it cool around Ashley at all times, because they will file suit against them and will be successful, because Michael has the money to get good attorneys, just like Chris had money for Monique to be able to get a really good attorney. So, Chris and Candace get escorted out of the restaurant, or they may have decided to leave early. But yeah, they leave early, which, I think all parties should have been put out. Then Michael, that's not good enough. Michael starts to go off and just act stupid. Juan had to get in his face to get him to calm down. Then Michael breaks the wall and gets into an argument with the filming crew, and just really, all of a sudden turns into just a monster. And he even at one point had called Chris redneck trash. It's like, really? Oh, we're gonna go there. And then Michael and Ashley puts on a show. Michael does not pay attention to Ashley at all. Ashley is saying she's not going to get in the car with him, all that. So anyway, when Chris and Candace were leaving, Ray and Karen was leaving out as well. And Karen goes to Candace, she hugs her and everything. And she said, and I wrote this down because I felt it was important. We can't go anywhere now without popping off. Well, you can thank your good friend Monique for that. I think and I felt, that when Monique was added to the show, to me, it felt like she would be more fitting for Basketball Wives, maybe football, that type of energy. I think the ladies on Real Housewives of Potomac, I think they were just going to be messy, like Giselle wearing a t-shirt with tax fraud, tax sheet, all that stuff on it to insult Karen. Karen didn't get up and hit her. And there's been countless incidents where, the women talk really slick to one another and nobody gets physically assaulted until Monique came on and she jabbed that umbrella under Robin's throat. But nobody brings that up. And that's that. So wrapping it up, so Mike leaves and Ashley obviously got in the car with them, because we see in the recap at the end or the summary at the end, that Ashley and Michael go off to the Bahamas, and then she comes up pregnant. Ashley is pregnant with her second child. Chris and Candace are planning on having a baby. Why? I don't know. I hope she's not doing it to stay on the show. And Juan and Robin are planning on building a new house. With what money? I don't know. Maybe they're doing good now. Who knows? And they're also going to do an island destination wedding at some point. And Giselle is still trying to figure it out relationship-wise. She's still trying to hang on to that fake relationship with Jamal Bryant. Why? I don't know. And, I hate when women do that, because what type of example are you setting for your daughters? And on top of the fact, your daughters do not want you to get back together with their father. That says a lot. And I think that's it. So, how can I forget this? And then I'm going to wrap this up because this video is too long. At the end, you see Monique acting to me like Cruella DeVille, especially with the hairstyle. And she's excited that the judge threw out the case. And she has the nerve to say that the court found that it was a mutually consented fight. I didn't see that anywhere in the paperwork. And once again, to everybody who's a Monique fan, she caught a break. If you or I in our regular lives attacked a coworker or anyone like that, you would be going to the county jail. The courts did not want to get involved with a reality TV show. She caught a break. And probably on top of the fact, she probably had a better attorney than Candace's attorney. So Candace, sorry, her attorney was not trash. He did his job. And unfortunately for you, the courts really just didn't want to be involved in a reality TV series. So, and I think the same thing happened with Portia. Charges were eventually dropped or whatever. The court system really didn't get involved. So, sorry, that happened to you, Candace, but I think you will survive. And now you just got to be smart about what happens at the reunion. So we will see. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. See you on the next one. Bye.